Whether you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, or simply eat healthier, your food environment can play a major role in your success. Most people think that sticking to a diet is all about willpower and motivation, that if you just try hard enough, you'll make the right food choices. But the reality is, willpower fluctuates, sometimes drastically. You might feel extremely motivated to eat healthy on Saturday, easily grabbing that apple instead of the Oreos, but then by Wednesday, after work and you're all tired, your motivation isn't quite there and McDonald's sounds a lot easier to eat than cooking salmon and spinach from scratch. This is where manipulating your food environment comes into play. Humans naturally take the path of least resistance, so setting up your environment to make healthy choices easier and unhealthy choices harder can be one of the most powerful strategies in reaching your goals. This isn't just anecdotal. Studies have shown that altering your food environment improves adherence. This 2022 review, for example, mentions how people who successfully lost weight tended to keep nutrient-dense foods readily available while reducing access to calorie-dense, low-nutrient foods at home. This 2021 study mentions how people who had more fruits and vegetables and whole foods readily available had higher overall diet quality and were more likely to meet daily nutrition recommendations. The concept of altering your food environment was mentioned in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear and was also mentioned in that Barbell Medicine podcast that I linked in last week's video. So what are some practical ways that we can alter our food environment? One of the first ways is through meal prepping. Meal prepping often gets dismissed as something bodybuilders do to flex on social media, but it's actually kind of a game changer. It helps remove decision fatigue and ensures that when you're hungry, the easiest option is already in line with your goals. Let's say you work a 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday. On weekdays, you probably won't have much time to cook healthy meals from scratch, even if your intentions are to eat well. Instead of relying on takeout, meal prepping on Sunday can make it effortless to stay on track all week. Even if you're low on motivation, you'll grab the healthy meal simply because it's ready to go and in your fridge already. Meal prepping doesn't have to be complicated. There's tons of easy and tasty recipes on YouTube you can follow. Another thing you can do is keep foods that align with your goals visible and hide and remove the tempting foods that aren't aligned with your goals. The foods you see the most often are the ones you're likely to eat. So if you want to eat more fruits and vegetables, keep them at eye level in your fridge or on the counter. On the other hand, if you struggle with snacking on sugary foods, keep them out of sight or in less convenient locations. Simply moving unhealthy foods to harder to reach spots can significantly reduce how often you eat them. If that's not enough, take it a step further and don't keep them in your house at all. By not having them in your house at all, it keeps your future self from being able to make a decision to eat unhealthy foods as easily. A third thing that you can do is use grocery lists to stay on track. Grocery lists aren't just good for remembering what to buy, but they also help you remember what not to buy. If you go shopping without a list, it's easy to grab impulse snacks that look tasty in the moment. But if you make a grocery list and commit yourself to buying only what's on your list, you create a built-in barrier to picking up foods that might derail your progress. That 2022 review that I mentioned earlier found that people who are trying to lose weight reported needing strict meal planning and grocery lists to avoid being overwhelmed by unhealthy options in the store. The fourth thing is going to be social support. We're social animals, and who you eat with can impact your food choices. If you're making all these efforts to eat healthier, but your friends, family, or roommates consistently bring in tempting foods, it makes it that much harder. One way to work around this is to have an open conversation with your household or social group. If they have similar goals, encourage them to join you in your efforts to improve your food environment. If they don't have similar goals, ask them to respect your efforts by keeping their food separate from yours, or at least not pushing you to indulge with them. If you want to start improving your food environment, here's a little 5-step plan that you can start using today. Step 1, decide your goals, whether that be losing weight, gaining muscle, or just eating healthier in general. Step 2, identify the foods that align with your goals and make sure they're always stocked and easy to access in the house. Step 3, remove or hide foods that don't align with your goals, make them inconvenient to grab, or keep them out of the house entirely. Step 4, pick a specific day to meal prep so you always have goal-aligned meals ready to eat. Step 5, tell the people in your life about your goals and ask for their support. It might seem tedious, but a well-structured food environment can make your goals significantly easier to reach. If you found this video helpful, check out the links in the description to the studies that I mentioned. You'll also find that Barbell Medicine podcast that I mentioned in last week's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.